Friends, and welcome back to another long-awaited vlog video. Don't really know what this is going to end up being, but I have started filming several videos the last few weeks and then never followed through, so hopefully I can actually stick with something this time. Sorry, my husband's playing video games in the back and I don't want to relocate, so I'm just going to talk over him. So I will get into life updates later on in the video because I just want to make this clip pretty quick. But I started the Guild series, or the Plated Prisoner series, earlier this year. I'm on the 5th book now. I got like 4 books into it and then my husband started reading and then he surpassed me. So now I must continue so I know what the hype is all about. I mean, I really like the book so far anyways, but I need to finish the 5th book because if I stop reading it now, I'll forget everything and then I won't finish the series. So that is what I'm going to be reading this week. After that, I have no idea. Well, actually I do. We're reading Throne of the Fallen and Diary of an Oxygen Thief for our book club that we have, so I need to start those after I finish Gold, which is the book I'm reading now. So what I'm thinking about doing is going kind of on like a little social media strike, like deleting them off my phone or just like seeing how much reading I can get done if I trade like my screen time for reading time or something like that. But it's just so hard to commit to, you know, but I really need to do it because I keep wanting to read like all these things and then I won't actually sit down and read, and I'm the only one stopping myself. There's no one saying that I can't read. There's no one like forcing me to be on social media but me. So I really just need to take the initiative, and like if I am not on social media and I don't want to read, I don't have to, but I feel like if I am in the mood, I may as well. And the only thing keeping me away from that is being on my phone constantly. So that's kind of the plan this week. Otherwise, I have a facial on Wednesday. Yeah, that's it. I have a facial on Wednesday. I'm off all of the weekend. And then next week, I'm going to Omaha, Nebraska for a training for work. And then I get back Thursday. On Friday, I have a hair appointment. I'm going to get a color in my hair, like a fun color. And then the week after that's 4th of July. So we have a half day Wednesday, then we're off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I have one more week and then we go to the beach. So lots of things coming up, lots of plans. I'm so excited to just not be at work. We're also supposed to like have a tropical storm come in this week. So we'll see how much rain that truly brings, because right now they're saying between like an inch to a foot, which I personally don't think is a great guess, but you know, we'll just have to see. It's Texas, you never know. So anyways, my husband wants to watch some Arcane before we go to bed, so I'm gonna probably watch a couple episodes of that and then come in and try to read before I go to sleep, and then make the decision if I want to do a social media strike or not, because I really feel like I should. There's so much. I want to reread Throne of Glass. I want to read the Bridgerton books. I want to read, like, there's so many things, and the only thing stopping me is myself. So I just need to get over it and just read. So I have my ambiance room in the back, but I think my husband's off his game now, so I'm gonna go watch the show and I'll let y'all know my opinion on that. But I'm thinking I'm gonna make my vlogs into kind of like lifestyle vlogs. Like I talk about reading or whatever, but I also kind of like bring you along, or else I really won't have very long videos anymore. And I like the structure of Olivia Reads a Latte's videos, where it's kind of like everything all in one. And also the fact that her videos have been 2.5 to 3 hours lately. Chef's kiss. They get me through part of my day. So we shall see if this actually even turns into anything, because historically over the last few months it has not. But that's the plan. Morning guys, it's Monday morning at 6:17 a.m. and I'm on my way to work. Can you tell I'm so excited to go? It looks like it did rain here last night, and it is supposed to rain literally the entire week. Like a torrential downpour of rain, not just a little sprinkle. So we'll see how true that actually turns out to be. But I wanted to let y'all know that last night after I talked to y'all, my husband and I did end up watching the first episode of Arcane, and I liked it. The music's really good. Curious to see how it goes, like what takes place and stuff. And then after that, he went to play some games before bed, and then I started reading. So I was 3% through with Gold, which is the 5th book in the Plated Prisoner series. I was on page 28, and then I read until page 111, which was about 16% of the way through. So I made a decent amount of progress last night, considering the time. Generally, I'm not one to be able to stay up later to read because it'll make me tired, but somehow I managed. I didn't stay up super late or anything. I just, with my job schedule, I go to bed at like 8:30. It's not been that bad recently because we stopped having meetings before shift at 6:30, so I've been able to sleep in like 30 minutes later than normal, but generally I go to bed at 8:30, so staying up past that is difficult. But anywho, I went to bed at like 10, maybe? I don't know, I'll have to look at my watch. But anywho, I'm on my way to work. I'll keep you updated on the rain situation, and if I read it all today, obviously I'll let you know this afternoon. I'm not sure what our workout schedule is this week, whether we're going to be working out today or not, but obviously I'm going to keep you updated on that too. So before I say obviously one more time and keep rambling, I'm going to go, and I'll talk to y'all later. Real quick, I just want to let you know that if I was doing a social media ban, I already failed, because that's what I do when I wake up in the morning to wake myself up. I know it's a terrible habit to have, but if I start reading, I will fall back asleep. So I have already gotten on Facebook and TikTok this morning. But, you know, as long as I'm not doing it during the day at work when I could be reading, I cannot read in bed or I will fall asleep. So welcome to my kitchen. Excuse the clutter. Anywho, I'm home from work. I have done nothing that I said I was going to do today. Remember how I was like, I'm not going to get on social media and I'm going to read instead? Do you know how many pages I read today? 0. So that's so fun. I think I'm going through just a smidgen of burnout currently, which is great. So I'm just trying to get over that hump of like actually being motivated to do my work, and then when I finish my work I can reward myself by getting on my phone or reading. That's that. I have to send out an email that I forgot to send while I was at work today, and then I think I'm going to work on some posts for my book club and for my Instagram, and then I'm going to read. So we were supposed to work out tonight, but I talked to my friend and she's not really down. I'm not really down, so I'm gonna eat the healthy dinner of some queso and a homemade cherry coke. See how that treats me. My stomach's been a little upset today, but one of my coworkers was having some postnasal drainage and it was causing her to gag, and for whatever reason, I've always had a very tough stomach. Her gagging was making me nauseous, which is wild. That's never happened before. Maybe I've just been out of touch for too long. Who knows? But, so my stomach was pretty upset today. So I just had some snacks, really. So this isn't the best dinner ever, but oh well. It rained a little bit today, but we didn't get rained out. Tomorrow, I believe, is going to be a different story, but we'll just have to see. I don't know. Someone out there is manifesting that it does not rain. But like I said, I'm gonna heat up some food and then get on my laptop for a little productivity because I did not have any today at work. Does that sentence make sense? I don't know. But that's that. And hopefully I'll get to actually read some more tonight because I'm so ready to finish the series. I love it to death, don't get me wrong, but I also want to read some other stuff. So.
did.
Did you miss me? Guys, guess what day it is? I think I updated y'all on Monday. It's now Thursday. I've done very minimal reading since then, mostly today, because you remember when I said that I didn't need to delete social media off my phone because I just can choose to not use it? Well, false. Apparently, that's not how this works. So, here we are. I am, as of today, 211 pages into gold. Out of 646, I started on page 111 today, so I've read 100 pages so far. To be fair, most of the day at work I was busy and or getting interrupted, so I feel like I did good for the time I did have to read. But it's currently 7:43. I sat in traffic for probably 15-ish minutes on my way home, and then decided to turn around and go the long way. Turns out there was an 8-car pileup, so it would have taken me even longer to get home, but it took me an hour and a half to drive 24 minutes. What should have been 24 minutes. The longer way, it was probably closer to 40, but I digress. I'm glad I turned around when I did, because there's no telling, I'd probably still be sitting there. So I came home, took a shower, ordered some french fries from Chick-fil-A for dinner, which is probably a terrible mistake. It'd be that way sometimes. So, my plan is to finish gold by Sunday night so that on Monday when I go to the airport, I can read my book club books for the month while I'm out of town. So, to stay on schedule, I have to read about 124 pages a day, or maybe it's 127. I don't know. I'll read a little more than that tonight, I'm sure. Maybe I'll go past it and just keep on reading just in case. But that's the plan. I have my ambiance sounds on right now. I decided to pick a little like country yard spring day moment because I saw that Olivia Reads a Latte was talking about it when she reads thrillers like the cicadas and the crickets and stuff. And this isn't exactly that, but I was like, I'll try it out. My go-to is usually like rain in a fireplace, but that also puts me to sleep. So, my forehead looks so shiny in this light. That's what I'm listening to. I also did reading sprints with Chandler Ainsley today for a little bit. I got interrupted with that also. And then on the way home, I talked to my brother for the whole ride. So that was fun. Now I'm just gonna hope I don't get a tummy ache and read my book and hopefully be able to finish this vlog for once. And then maybe I'll film a vlog next week of like how much can I read while I'm traveling. And I think I've decided I have to go on like a social media cleanse and just delete them off my phone. Maybe check Facebook like once a day because I do keep up with the happenings of family members and such, but it's also a potential for a doom scroll, so I have to be very careful. Now TikTok, there's no reason I have to keep that or should, so therefore it will sadly have to be deleted for the time being. But my flights are like an hour, 2-hour layover, another hour there and back. So I will probably finish what I have read and have to get more books. We'll see. I've also been debating on getting the Kindle Scribe, but I'm trying to wait it out. I did sleep on it last night and I still wanted it this morning, but I'm like, oh, you want all these physical books, and if you get a Kindle, you're just going to read Kindle books. So I'm torn, but we'll see. My camera's about to die, so I'm going to charge it and then maybe check in with y'all before I go to bed. Good morning! It's Friday morning, TGIF. Hate to say it because it sounds cringe, but it's the truth. I have never wanted this Friday to come faster in my entire life. I'm ready to be off work for a little bit. So, last night I read up until page 258, so I read 147 pages out of, I think I like rounded up to I needed to read 130 every day to finish by Sunday. So we're on track. I was watching the live with Chandler Ainsley yesterday, and she had mentioned how on her scribe she can read it, like she can turn it and read in columns, and she said it makes her feel like she reads faster. So that's how I was reading yesterday, and I feel like it makes me read faster also, but I can't tell if that's just me thinking that because, like, she said it. I don't know. But I felt like I read faster because I don't feel like I read as long as I normally would have had to. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm reading on my iPad, so you're able to turn it and read it like that. So, on Friday, we wear Hawaiian shirts, and I have this Bulbasaur Hawaiian shirt I got from a con that we went to a couple months ago. My hair's all flying out. Let's see if my camera stays up. Hell yeah. So I wear this every Friday. The same exact outfit every single Friday. Still hasn't gotten old. I did get told it was a nice fishing shirt once because the bobbers on it, the bobbers are Pokeballs. I had to explain that to someone. It was funny. So we're making good progress. I don't know what I'm doing tonight after work. So hopefully I can read enough during the day that if we do decide to do something later, that I don't have to worry about, like, making up pages tomorrow. I don't know. It's really not that big of a deal. I have all weekend off, so I have cotton mouth so bad for some reason. I have all weekend off, so I have plenty of time to read. But tomorrow, I think, we kind of, like, talked about it. It's just an idea. But I think Adam and I are going to go get a dishwasher because we have a dishwasher, but it does not work, and it has not worked since we moved in. So for 5 years, we've been hand washing our dishes, and I'm sick of it. So we're gonna go get a dishwasher, and probably, hopefully, some living room furniture. And I feel like a red flag for me, or like a toxic trait, hold on, I'm about to be next to some other cars. A toxic trait might be that if we go for furniture, and I see something I like, and they have it, like, in the store, like I want it today, I don't want to have to look through a catalog and order it and wait on it, you know? Like, once I get an idea in my head, it's go time, baby. So, that is that. I just wanted to give you a little morning update on my way to work. That's about it. I'm hopefully not going to be late, but it's looking real close. Nope, not late. I still got 10 minutes to spare. Woohoo! Oh, my butt heater's not on today. Alright, well, I will see y'all later. Hello friends, my head is cut off. Alright, so it is Saturday evening now. I did not read yesterday at work. Is anyone surprised? So when I got to work, I started like my morning stuff, and we had to go shopping for some prizes that we give out as an incentive for the guys to be safe. So that took literally the whole morning. Then I got back and I was like, finally I can finish up my work and I can read. That didn't happen. We had an employee come in with a problem. There was always something coming up. So I didn't get to read. Yesterday when I got home, we had some people over to play some games, so I didn't read last night either. This morning we got up, we went and bought a dishwasher and bought some furniture, which will be delivered later this week. I'm so excited. It's so comfy, and I'll have a much more, well, my bed is comfortable, but a comfortable place to read that's not in my bedroom. And I'm so excited for it. But then I started reading, got really tired really fast, took a 2-hour nap, woke up, read a little bit more, and then we went to dinner with some friends. So it's now 8:30. Do I have a warm Red Bull I took one sip of earlier before I took a nap that I might drink now? Yes. But this is my current setup. I've been reading on my iPad. I have my Kindle right here on my stand, but I've been liking reading in 2 columns. So I have my iPad on this little book stand with my clicker on it. So I've been reading like this. So to finish this book before I leave for my trip on Monday, I have to read, I think it came out to like 190 pages today and tomorrow. So all I know is that based on the page I started on today, I have to make it to page 448 for it to be an even split between today and tomorrow. Granted, I have technically less things to do tomorrow. I just have to pack and maybe like pick up around the house a little bit, but I'd much rather it just be split down the middle. So I'm currently on page 315, so I have 130 pages that I need to finish before I go to bed tonight, which will put me at about a little less than 3 hours, a little less. I read about 50 pages an hour, I think. So yeah, a little less than 3 hours, which would only make it like 11 by the time I finish if I stay on track, which good luck. But earlier I put on some ambiance with my headphones on. That's what I did. That put me to sleep. So we're going to try to not do that. And I'm going to try to get through this book. I like it. But honestly, it's different than From Blood and Ash. But I still prefer From Blood and Ash over this. I don't know. It's just like as the books have gone on, I don't know. I haven't lost interest necessarily. Like I do want to finish the book and I will be excited for the next one. But I've just, some of the dialogue and things just seem very immature, and I'm gonna go into some spoiler stuff now just so that I can talk like completely about what I mean. So spoilers are starting now, and I'll put a little number for when I'm done talking about them. But I completely understand that Rip or Slade, whatever name you want to call him, wants to get Oren. I say it Oren. No, I don't. I say it Oren, like Lauren. My husband says Oren. Oren, he wants to get her back, right? So desperately. But at this point, he's almost getting insufferable. I don't know. Maybe he's not, and I'm just being dramatic. I would want to get my husband or my wife or girlfriend, whatever, back too if I sent her through a rip in the dimensions and she ended up in a place that I can't get to. But it just seems some of these chapters are very long and I don't feel like they need to be. So I just feel like we're extending the book for no reason at all. I appreciate that we have some more perspectives in this one of different people, but also the fact that I keep getting them confused. Melina is getting a redemption arc. I don't know if I like. I have not liked her from the beginning. So I'm kind of back and forth on whether I like the fact that she's getting a redemption arc or not. I don't know. And I just think it's wild. She picked the assassin. Well, not picked, but like ended up with the assassin or is going to. I don't know. I'm only 50% through. So we'll see how that goes. I am, however, very concerned about Risa. Because Girlie is on her deathbed. And I actually ended up liking her. I think that's the only updates that I have about my reading so far. I'm going to try to get maybe a little more like B-roll of me reading, but I'm in my bed and it's dark, so we'll just have to see. But my plan is to still see how much reading I can get done while I'm on my training trip this week. So hopefully that will be the next vlog that I do. I already ordered the books for next month's book club. So this month is, like I said, Throne of the Fallen and Diary of an Oxygen Thief. And then next month's books are beach read, because I'm going to, like, we get a beach cabin every year. We rent it in July. And so I want to be able to read it while I'm at the beach. And I've heard good things. I don't know. I've never read anything by Emily Henry before, but we'll just have to see. And then one of the people in my book club recommended Things We Do in the Dark by Jennifer Hillier. So we're going to read that also, but that's next month. I also am considering doing a buddy read with one of my friends, Joey, of Throne of Glass, because I've been wanting to reread it. And he was going to start with ACOTAR, and I was like, I recommend starting with Throne of Glass only because the first few books are written kind of from a YA standpoint. And so if you read ACOTAR first and then you go back to Throne of Glass, it might be a little bit jarring. It's different. And I know it gets a little spicier kind of towards the end, but I always recommend Throne of Glass first because I read it Throne of Glass, ACOTAR, Crescent City. Crescent City is my least favorite, and I think that the order I read them is how I like them. So I don't know how that will impact other people, but that's how I feel personally. So I'm gonna put on my headphones, listen to some ambiance, and see how much more reading I can get done tonight before I decide I wanna go to bed or I get too distracted on my phone and I waste all my time. Guys, please excuse the sound of the cat fountain in the back. I just want to give you a little update. It's Sunday morning now at 8:54 a.m. I did about half of what I was planning to read yesterday before I went to bed last night, and I was just gonna read more today when I got up, but I woke up with a headache around like 2:45 in the morning and took some meds. Couldn't go back to sleep, so I started reading and then finished up the last little bit that I had yesterday this morning when I woke up. So I have 179 pages left in the book that I plan to finish today. So I kind of have a list of things to do in between my reading. I need to do some laundry, clean the kitchen, just generally pick up. I have to pack my clothes and finish up a crochet order and do some work so that I don't have to do it tomorrow morning before I leave for the airport. So I have to leave for the airport at like, I don't know, 6 maybe a little earlier, depending. I fly out I think at 10 and it takes about 2 hours to get to the airport. So that'll be so fun. But we're on track. So 179 pages does not seem that daunting to do today. I know most people would be like, oh, I could do that easy, but your girl gets distracted easily. That's the plan today. Finish up my book and do some chores. Woohoo. We have groceries coming at like 10:30, and I've been dying for biscuits and gravy, but they don't really make gluten-free biscuits. I guess they make a mix I could have used. Anyways, so I ordered the gluten-free Red Lobster biscuit mix, and I'm gonna try it out with biscuits and gravy and see how that goes. But anyways, I will keep y'all updated and talk to you in a little bit. Morning or afternoon because it's 2:30 p.m. I have read some pages so far. I have 140 pages left, but I keep having to like read a little, stop and do something else. I had some work I needed to get done today before I forgot. So since I have 140 pages left, I'm trying to decide. I may read 50, 50 and then 40 or 70 and 70. I don't know yet, but stuff's starting to go down. We're getting very close to the end now. So I just want to give that little update for y'all. And I'll probably check in after the next 50 to 70 pages and let y'all know how things are going. I still have to finish up a crochet order because the lady's picking it up tomorrow and I have to pack. I have some more laundry I need to do, but like the dishes are done, my work is done. So being productive. I've officially caught up reading the Guild series. So I've finished Gold just like literally 2 minutes ago, and I don't know how I feel about the ending. Like obviously I want to know what happens next and I have to wait, but there was like a pre-ending kind of, and then like this poem. Is there a ghost? There was like a pre-ending and like a poem, and I would have been more mad. I would have been more mad had it ended where I thought it was ending than where it did. So it definitely gave you more to think about the way it did end, but you really would have been confused had it ended when I thought it was. So I gave it 4 stars overall. It just still kind of felt drawn out. Like, it didn't necessarily need to be that long. And the only other gripe I have is, like, it does alternate perspectives, which I enjoy, but it would be like there's 4 different perspectives and each of them get like 3 chapters and the next person, and then you barely remember what happened with the first person, you know? So, but overall it was still good. The only like issues I had throughout the last few books is that the smut got kind of cringy, like just the talking and stuff during it got a little off for me, but oh well. Also, real quick spoiler, can we talk about Melina and Dominic just like go into town on each other while everyone's dying outside? To each their own, but I just think that was wild. But oh well. Anywho, I still have to pack this evening and then I go on my trip tomorrow. So I'm gonna end this video here. Hopefully go and edit it and get it up for y'all in the morning, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.